Hey BIM, 2019 to 2020 year group. I hope you're all keeping very well. And now, as of today, well, as of yesterday, we are now on our midterm break for the next week. So I'm gonna miss you all very much. And once again, thank you for showing to the classes online. But this week was a little bit different, and one of the reasons is because we had no class on Monday due to the bank holiday Monday. So for some of you students in vocals, for example, I couldn't get to see you guys in our business class or our essential development skills class. And for the songwriters, I didn't get to see you guys in person except for the live performance class on Thursday, which was online. And then for some of you in my from other streams like drums, guitar, etc., in theory, thank you for showing up. And the same for the and then for the songwriters, the songwriting techniques class, which was really good, and our arrangement analysis class. So what I thought I'd do now is give you the next Masterclass episode. This one is for When I Think About You, Pretty Darling. So, as always, I'll talk to you about how I got the title, and then I'm going to give you some of the lyrics, and then I'll play some of the music for you, and then I'll also use the keyboard for like the drum sound, and then maybe play along with it. So, When I Think About You, Pretty Darling, the title. I was inspired to name this one When I Think About You, Pretty Darling because after listening to the Bad Company track called Feel Like Making Love, which is on their 1975 album Straight Shooter, which actually celebrated its 45-year anniversary this year. But sadly, the 45-year anniversary would have been ruined because of the pandemic we're living in at the moment. In fact, speaking of which, I have Straight Shooter right here by Bad Company in my CD collection, so just try to give you a show of that. Really cool. Love this album, by the way. But not as much as their debut album. So anyway, back to the Bad Company bit, how I got the inspiration. There's a line that goes, "Darling, I don't want to live without you," and because I Don't Want to Live Without You is a song by Foreigner, I thought for my one, so then after hearing, "Baby, when I think about you," I went, that's my song, When I Think About You, Pretty Darling. I decided to add in the Pretty Darling at the very end, and then the Pretty Darling, if you did the words backwards, like not spell it backwards, but the other one, you get Darling Pretty, which is a Mark Knopfler song from his Golden Heart album, which I have in my collection right here. It's over there, but sure, I'll get it for you. Let me just get it out for you. There you go. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll just leave my guitar over there. I'll put the CD back and then get back to the real thing. There we go. Okay. So, the Darling Pretty. That's how I thought of When I Think About You, Pretty Darling. So, I was very inspired for that. And I love using the opposites of anything in songs. Okay, so that's the title, how I got the title. Inspired by Bad Company's Feel Like Making Love with when they had Don't Live Without You, and that was Foreigner, and then me using When I Think About You, and then add in Pretty Darling. So, and also a very fun fact about When I Think About You, Pretty Darling was that it was the last song that I had written before my pre-audition at BIM. Because and then also that was the same time when my family dog passed away, and I was lucky enough to get the audition done before the tragic incident happened to me. And I really liked the idea for the song. So, here we go. So that was another fun fact. Not the track. So, now for the lyrics. The opening lyric goes, "Well, the first time I met this girl was a few years ago." Well, the first time I met this girl was a few years ago. It's basically me talking about me meeting someone a few years ago, and I thought it was a song about, if I'm writing a song about them. Am I dedicating this song to any girl in our year group? I don't know, maybe. Well, Well, this one probably not because I obviously I didn't know any of you guys during that time, so this one probably not. But you can still enjoy the song as I play a bit for you. So that's with that one. So then the chorus I have in that song goes, "Baby, I'd be shattered if you went away, especially in the month of May. Then I love you more than I can say." I took that from being the Leo Sayer song on his 1980 40th anniversary record of Living in a Fantasy. And then then usually at the end of my songs, at the end of my choruses, I tend to mention title, but with this one I go, "When I think about you, pretty darling, I picture us as if we would sway." So again, I'm pretty much rhyming every word with the word away. So I said, "I'd be shattered if you went away, especially in the month of May. I love you more than I can say." And then there is another one I had as well. Can't remember it at the moment, but then I go, "When I think about you, pretty darling, I'd picture us as if we would sway." And I really do like that song. I think it's one of the coolest tracks I've written, and I think it's got a cool groove. It kind of goes into it would only be suitable for a country artist, so I don't have to go straight into Johnny Cash's territory. So that's with that one. Another cool line in the chorus in the verse is that I have, "Honey, after all these years, you're still the one for me." I took the "After all these years, you're still the one" from Bob Dylan's track called "Can't Wait," which is on Time Out of Mind, and he's done loads of versions of that song. It's hard for me to discuss which is my favourite of the three versions because they're all really good. So I kind of took it because since he had "After all these years, you're still the one," so I tried to use "Honey, after all these years, you're still the one for me." It's basically me describing that whoever I met in person, would be like, "You're the one for me." So yeah, So that's all. Those are like the main lyric points to point out. It was based on a "Pretty Peggy-O," which was a song that Bob Dylan covered on his debut album, and again, it's the Bob Dylan version I've based it on. But also Simon and Garfunkel do a version on Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. But I think the Simon and Garfunkel version is better than the Bob Dylan version. So what I'll do now is I'm going to get you my harmonica neck holder, and I'm going to play some of the similarities I have with the song. Just bear with me. Don't need to bother with this B harmonica. So my E harmonica is right here. Now I need to get my G harmonica if I can find it. Just right here. That's D. Where did I leave it? I had it here the last time. Just bear with me one sec, guys. You know, I should have had this before I started the class. I think I left it somewhere. Maybe I left it over here. And I found my D flat harmonica. It's funny. It should be here. So, did I leave it? Oh, here's the cool other left patch I had. Let me just take this one. Oh. Nope. That's my C harmonica. This is my A, B flat, E flat, and F. I don't know if I can find the G harmonica anywhere. Well, I'll have to do without it, so I'm sure it will turn up. But what I thought, so basically, the song. So basically, the song that Dylan had on Pretty Peggy O starts like. Whereas I have that, and in this, let's check if it's right. Okay, that's perfect. Right, stick the shin. Right, put my neck holder on. Get this. Okay, so are we bored? Well, yeah, totally. This will entertain you. Right, you hear that buzz? Whoa! So it goes. So that's how I got the. So I kind of used that same intro as well, and I actually have this is actually the first song I've written where I have like a spoken word to it, because in some songs, like for example, Tom Petty with "Here Comes My Girl," he has a little intro type voice at the beginning before he actually starts singing and goes off into his where on that song. So let me just check it if I. No, okay. So then, the chorus now that I have goes with the and they said that you went away, especially in the month of May. I love you more than I can say. So basically, I have those for the chorus, and then when it goes, when I think about you, darling, I picture us as if we could swing. So basically, I'm using the chorus here. I think it's one of the best choruses I've ever written, actually. So, sorry. Okay, so now what I'll do is try it on the keyboard and see what you guys think. And then I'll leave the lyrics below so you can check them out. So let's get this thing up. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, let's check. That should be right. I'll just turn the volume down a bit. So it goes. So I'll just go to the rhythm. Try rhythm 8 and see if it works. And then go to 120. Let's just give it a blast. You hear that? Right, here goes, you go. Yeah, that should be perfect now. So I'm gonna leave that with yous, and then I'll try with rhythm 5 and see what it's like, because I know it's rock, but we'll give it a go. So you hear that? I'll just give it a go. Yeah, that should be perfect. So, I'm gonna leave it there for you, and I'll let you have a listen to the song. let me just put the keyboard to the side, turn it around, and then begin playing. And then I'll begin playing it for you. So, sit back and enjoy. Let me just roll this to the side. Okay, so here's the song for you. And then sing along. Go. I'll do an intro. Actually, hold on, wait. Okay, let's try it now with the harmonica on. I wish I had the G harmonica to show you the original, but then I kind of thought no. Okay, you ready, guys? Woo! Okay, you can sing along now. There you go. That's the song for you. As I said, I'll leave the lyrics in the chat below so you can have it, so you can check them out. So that's When I Think About You, Pretty Darling. It's a great song. I love it. It's actually one of the longest tracks I've written, surprisingly, because I came up with like 6 verses for that song. Now what I'll try is I'll try it on the keyboard for you and see what it's like. I should have done it on Fear of Dying, but then I kind of thought no, I wanted to finish it up a little bit early. So. Here's the, I'll just change the tone to electric guitar. So I'll just check if it's right. Bit too loud. You able to hear that? That should be perfect. Right, here you go. See if you like see what you think of the difference. There you go. I like it. Works well on the keyboard.
So, whoops, let me just set myself back down there.
Okay, so there you go. That's all I have in terms of the class for you on When I Think About You, Pretty Darling. Very good track. As I said, I'll leave a link below for the original song so you can check it out. So, there you go. What a very good way to end our first term. Like, the first half of term. I've missed you guys. I missed you guys in my year group from 2019 to 2020 very badly. But at least I got to see some of you in person for the first 6 weeks back. Hopefully after these 6 weeks until Christmas, we'll all get to see each other in person again. Because don't worry, we're still in this together. So, thank you very much, guys. Remember to feel free to leave me any questions you may have about the song, and maybe a few comments on the music. And then I'll see you in the forthcoming weeks or so for the next video, for the next Masterclass video. Until then, stay safe and have a great midterm break, and I'll see you back online on November 9th, 2020.